Thank you to all who have joined in so far. Coming off the heels of that performance, I was texting you, Jim. Every time this team loses a game, it's turnovers. Like it's just self-inflicted stuff. We missed what we were 8 of 14 from the line, and just general stagnation on offense for a lot of the back half of that game, and then we can't stop them for nothing. One guy, well, really two guys, Barrett and Mitchell were just. I think they had 50 of their points. So,
51.
Yeah. Sometimes these things happen when you're playing a bubble team on the road late in the season, but we certainly helped them a lot tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, you go to the last play that we had the ball. Gillespie drives to the basket, turns it over.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that if you're trying to come back. I mean, and credit to him for even getting it close with that crazy three. But man, I go back to the first 10 minutes of that game where he has 4 like wide open threes and he can't hit any of them. And at that point, Missouri had finally, found their bearings and they started to actually play basketball. So that was our chance to really bury them in those first, 8 to 10 minutes. And they didn't do it. We were in a dogfight, and then eventually they just couldn't go one possession without scoring. I mean, it was tough. And it's really tough when it's just one guy for the last, 6 minutes. It was really just Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, Megaval, whatever you want to call me, but this team, if anyone has any, and I know Tony Basile, this would be the team that makes 2 Final Four.
Yeah, we've talked about this. Yeah, it would be the team that's this inconsistent and they just get hot.
Yeah, and you never know. But I am fully in on where we might not make it to the second weekend.
Even these last, you go back to Dalton Connect's year, 2 years ago, making the second weekend's hard for good teams. I mean, we had to really fight to beat Texas that year in the second round.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Now, let me say, though, if I'm another team, I wouldn't want to run into Tennessee.
Just the way that we can rebound.
Yes. The stats today were insane. 17 offensive rebounds, bro.
Yeah.
17.
Sometimes I think that's a little skewed. I mean, I'm thrilled. I mean, that's obviously the best thing we do. But we probably get a lot of offensive rebounds because we miss a lot of shots.
Again. No, go ahead. Finish your thing.
Yeah, I was just saying, I mean, credit to us for being able to do that. I mean, it's why we've won a lot of these close games the last month in our run here. I mean, even sitting here tonight, we're still 9-3 in our last 12 games after starting 1-2 in conference. But I just think it's a little skewed sometimes. I'm glad we do it, but if we would just hit some more shots, it would probably help us a little bit more.
The thing that Rick Barnes' teams are always missing, and when we had Dalton, we had it, but if Dalton would have had one more guy to where you could have spread the ball out a little bit more, like Nate Ament. Yeah, he didn't play amazing tonight, but the fact that he's giving you 15 plus a night is awesome. But we need another guy other than Gillespie, because Gillespie, I mean, he shot 12 threes and hit 3. No. That can't happen. They need another guy that they could depend on to shoot the ball. And I feel like Rick Barnes has to learn from this. God knows how many seasons he's going to have left, but you need multiple shooters in college. You can't have 2 guys. You can't.
Yeah. I mean, if Gillespie has a night like tonight where, he's getting the open shots, that's why he shot 12 times, and he just can't hit them, it'd be nice to have somebody else to try to get open. It would also ease up Gillespie even more. But, like I said a few minutes ago, you're playing a bubble team on the road. You got 3 games left after this one just went final. It took us being ridiculously sloppy. It took us missing free throws. It took Nate Ament like basically disappearing for 15 minutes of that second half for them to win. Now, and I also say this: since we won on Saturday, I'm not like this is basically a wash to me. Like these 2 road games in a row here, I was expecting to lose one. If it was my pick, I would have picked to beat Vanderbilt. I think 99% of people would agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good that we lost
It's not
tonight.
even close.
Yeah, it's not good we lost tonight. We did it to ourselves for the most part. I mean, when you can't guard a guy one-on-one for, 5 straight possessions, it is what it is. It really reminded me a lot of the Ole Miss game last year where one guy gets hot down the stretch, and that's the reason we lose. So it is what it is. But any more thoughts on this game? Because I do want to hit on some good things and talk about Saturday at Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah, let's go to the positive stuff because nothing ruins my night more than talking about
a Tennessee loss,
a Tennessee basketball loss that they shouldn't have lost, but
a self-inflicted loss. Yeah.
Yes.
Saturday it was a very similar game to tonight. And I think the difference was we just made the plays down the stretch in Nashville that we didn't make tonight. And honestly, without 2 freaking luck merchant circus threes from Vanderbilt, we win that game pretty comfortably. But that's what happens in that gym. I said last week we were probably going to be down by 10 at some point in that game. We were down by 9. And I thought we would still come out on top, and we did. And it's because we made the plays down the stretch. I mean, that Nate Ament shot where it looked like he traveled, but he was also getting fouled, so no call. Kudos to the referees.
Yeah.
And he just turns around and nails it. And then those 2 back-to-back Boswell buckets, then Gillespie hitting free throws, and Evans just giving us 1 to make it a moot point in those last 2 seconds really eased my mind. I mean, we made the plays down the stretch on Saturday.
Yeah, and I think Bishop Boswell needs to be more aggressive on the offensive end. Again, we're talking about what I just talked about, having that other guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Bishop Boswell could easily give you 10 points a game. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for someone to score 20, but like Bishop as another guard giving, 10 points is huge down the stretch, especially in March. I mean, God, dude, I am dreading to see where we get seated, like with this team. I am dreading it because all the predictions like have us in the Michigan bracket, and I'm like, oh my God, like
yeah. I mean, all I really care about as far as that goes is who's the 4 or 5 seed, because I think that's where we're going to end up as a 4 or 5 seed. Who's the 4 or 5 seed in our region that we're going to play in the second weekend? That's all I really care about. If we get to the second weekend, I mean, after all we've been through this year, the blowing leads and holding on to a lot of them, losing the 2 leads against Kentucky, losing the lead tonight, even though it was an early lead, we still were up 10. I think it would be a success to make the second weekend and just roll the dice at this point, just based on everything we've seen from this team. Do you feel differently?
No. Dude, this team has the potential to be so good. Like, I start to wonder, like, what happened if we didn't lose Cade Phillips? Like,
yeah,
and we had that extra body. Like,
I'm glad you mentioned that, because tonight I thought, besides a flurry of offensive rebounds at the start of the second half, I thought Jalen Carey was awful. Like, imagine if that's Phillips out there instead of him, or a healthy Estrella. I mean, D. Wayne didn't have his best game, and I thought he had a really good game on Saturday. I thought he was a big part of the reason. He was a big part of the reason we won on Saturday.
He is one of the most I'm excited about for the years to come. I mean, that kid is playing like this as a freshman. That is awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean he's tonight. You're going up against Mark Mitchell, a veteran, and then a 7'5" guy. I mean, as a freshman on the road, that's pretty tough. But on Saturday, when we went to that small lineup with, I think it was Gillespie, Evans, Berg, Ament, and Brown at the 5, that's when we made our run back into the game. And I thought it was great. But again, tonight, it really tonight is what it is. I mean, this is what happens late in the season when you're playing bubble teams. Weird, crazy stuff happens that doesn't normally happen. It's like I said last year, it happened at Ole Miss. Some random guy gets hot. A guy who averages 8 points a game and shoots 25% from the field scores almost 30 on us. Like that's what motivation will do to players and teams at this point in the season. But if you win on Saturday, all is forgiven. If you pull the sweep on Alabama again, all is forgiven. Yeah. I mean, and I think we have a really good chance to finish 3-0. You have 2 of them at home and 1 against South Carolina, who's one of the worst teams in the conference. You ought to go down there and win. And even if you win even if you win just 2 of them, you're 12-6 in conference, which is where me and you said we wanted to be. I think it was 2 weeks ago. So not all is lost, but you can't do the things we do in our losses and expect to make it to the second weekend, which is where I think the benchmark is at this point for this team. So,
yeah, I mean, I'd be really happy with a second weekend appearance. That'll be to me, that's my best case scenario. My worst case is we get upset in the first round. Like,
if we're a 5 seed and we're playing Belmont, look out. I mean,
bet the under and take the underdog.
Yeah, I mean, at Tennessee, I think last time they were on the 4 line or 5 line was 3 years ago, and we were in a dogfight with Louisiana Lafayette in a 4-13 game, I think it was. I mean, those games are some of the most upset-prone games, so you can't just not show up in the first round. And of course,
you'll have worse than that is 2-15.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing about that, I mean, anything can happen in March. That same year I'm talking about, the Final Four was 2 5 seeds, a 4 seed, and a 9 seed. And the 9 seed was the one FAU who beat us on the way to the Final Four. I mean, anything can happen. The brackets can open up, and if you're playing right, we've had 2 4-game winning streaks in the last, 5 weeks?
Don't give me hope.
You know how many games you got to win to get to the Final Four?
Don't give me hope.
I'm just saying.
Don't give me hope.
I'm just saying you don't play road games in the NCAA tournament, depending on where the game is and geography and all that. But, that's about all I got on
the Midwest, don't they? A lot of them do.
Who knows? We're normally in the Midwest or the South region. So, okay, let's have another postmortem about this baseball series over the weekend before we talk about what happened today, which today was heading for a similar type game if it wasn't for that 7th inning. But baseball team ends up losing the series to Kent State, who just right off the bat before we get into it, they look like a good team. I'm not saying we shouldn't have beat them. At least won the series, but they're a good team just based on the eye test. But you can't do what we did with runners in scoring position and expect to beat really anybody.
Yeah. No. Again, it's weird how the game we won to, our 1, 2, and 3 hitters had 0 hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it took a Tyler Myatt walk-off to beat him. Again, it's early in the season. Obviously, when you lose Saturday, Sunday, you're just like, oh, that's it. All this. Listen, Tony Vitello and with Christian Moore on his team lost midweeks. They lost.
Yeah.
They lost games like this. It's gonna happen. Hey, you never know. We can go into the weekend this weekend, beat UCLA and beat all these better teams. You have no idea. Hey, the pitching to me, starting pitching looks good. The starting pitching looks phenomenal. It's like, what was it yesterday? No, Sunday. Sunday, the bullpen just absolutely looked terrible.
Yeah.
And that can't happen. It cannot happen. I think the pitching staff is really good this year, which is great. And again, Levi Clark is not going to stay like this. He's not going to stay. I mean, how many hits did he have today? He had he only had that double, but I mean 2 walks. I mean, he got on base, but Levi Clark's got to find his rhythm. I love Jay Abernathy in the leadoff spot. He's a competitive at bat. He puts pressure on the defense when he gets on base, and I think he needs to stay there. Henry Ford. I mean, I don't have any complaints about Henry Ford. I don't know about you, but I don't have any complaints. But Tyler Myatt needs to be in the lineup. I don't care what it is, but let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Ariel Antigua, 0 hits again. Are we done? Like, are we done with this experiment?
I think we're getting close. I mean,
Manny Marin comes in, hits a home run
today. Even like I mentioned earlier, it was 1-0 going into the 7th inning. I mean, and then we had the Tennessee baseball explosion inning, but you can't rely on those. I mean, you have to have decent bats throughout the lineup to win games. I mean, even games like today is 1-0 against Bellarmine in the 7th inning. And I don't did Antigua start today?
Yes.
Okay.
He started at shortstop and Bates started at second.
I mean, everybody knows the deal. He's our best defensive infielder, but I don't know if it's worth it if he's going to bat like he's been batting. And just while we're on this, Chris Newstrom has not been great either.
No.
I mean, but again, it's early. We're not even to March yet. I'm not hitting any kind of panic button, but they need to figure these things out. And then once you figure it out, before you get to conference play, you'll probably have to figure it out again a couple weeks into conference play once the competition rises. So we'll see. I mean, we'll find out a lot this weekend when we play UCLA on Friday, #1 team in the country. Who do we have after that, Jim?
What?
In Texas this weekend.
I'll tell you here in just a second. It is UCLA, Arizona State, and Virginia Tech.
Yeah. So competent schools, including the #1 team.
And then ETSU has been good.
Yeah. ETSU is a good baseball program. They beat us last year. Everybody remembers that one. So like I said, no panic from me, but it's just if we do go down there to Texas this weekend and go 1-2 or just get embarrassed.
No, to me, you have to go 2-1. Like,
yeah, if that were to happen, people are going to be really stressed about this baseball team.
And again, I'm not blaming Josh Elander. I'm not blaming the new coaching staff. They can't make these kids hit. They can't. And again, I think Tennessee's going to still surprise a lot of people. The pitching's really good. They got a good bullpen. It's just if these bats come alive, again, you go in, you're playing a super type game, a super regional type game on Friday.
Yeah.
So, again, and Tennessee go down there and beat them. And turn. Here's my thing. If Tennessee goes and beats UCLA and gets that confidence rolling, then we'll see what happens. I don't know what UCLA's pitching staff looks like. I know they have really good hitters.
Yeah.
But this baseball team's super talented, dude. But Josh Elander needs to stop with the Antigua experiment and do what they did last year, man. Like, When they need him on defense, put him in for defense.
Yeah, the late inning defense. That's normally how Tony did it.
Yeah, because to me, like here's my lineup if everyone's healthy. And I'm not talking Garrett Wright and Grimmer yet because they haven't even played. But it's right now, as of right now, Stonewall is behind the plate. You got your pitching staff. Levi at first, Bates at second, Ford at third, Marin at short, Myatt in left, Abernathy in center, Chapman in right, and Blaine Brown DHing.
That's your best hitting lineup. I mean,
as of right now, and I'm not saying Blake Grimmer is going to be a great bat. So is Garrett Wright. But again, Tyler Myatt has not given you a reason to take him out of the lineup. He's leading the team in hit by pitches. I think he's probably at this point he might have the best batting average. I don't know if that shows right now, but yeah, he's batting .353 with 6 hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs. And yeah, he's leading the team with hit by pitches too, I believe.
Yeah, if Antigua would just go up to bat and we talked about it last week, Antigua, I just think he doesn't see the ball very well when he's at the plate. I mean, if he was a Canning Peebles type where he just gets on base ahead of the top of the lineup, it would be fine. You don't even have to get hits, but you can't be an automatic out, and then that's what it is when you watch one down Broadway and then swing at one on the top of your shoelaces. Like, it is what it is. But I'm looking forward to this weekend for the baseball team. And like you said, I think the pitching is there for the most part.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No question about it. King Coons look really good. Yeah. Max look really – all 3 starters look good. Blaine Brown, to me, don't be surprised if he gets some innings this weekend. To me, Elander should prove it this weekend. Like, you play it like it's a regional. Like,
yeah,
that's what you got to do.
I mean, it basically, besides, playing extra games, if like we did last year, everybody knows how regionals work.
Yeah.
You're playing 3 different teams in 3 days. It's basically a regional setup. So we'll see. Where do you want to go next, Jim? We got 2 lady sports. You want to start positive, really super positive, or really super negative?
Let's end super positive.
Okay,
I don't want to end negative.
We also we'll talk about Joey before we get off tonight. That'll be what I want to end on. But I mean, statistically, this is the lowest that this Lady Vol basketball program has ever been. They've never lost 7 out of 9 games, ever. Ever. It's been almost 50 years. That's never happened.
They're going to lose their last 2, too.
I mean, unless something drastic changes, yeah. And we're probably going to get in the tournament just based off, the brand, the Lady Vol brand. But there's a lot of problems in that program right now. I think the biggest one to me is the culture. It seems like she's relying on players that hate her and don't want to give a lot of effort for her. And that falls on her. If your players don't want to play for you, it's probably your fault. And then the system, it's just the first year it was new. It worked pretty well for the most part. But you still didn't beat any good team besides UConn. And now this year, you're not beating any good teams. You're, in fact, besides on Sunday, you're getting blitzed by most of the good teams. I mean,
well, to me, they're going to get blitzed Thursday.
Yeah,
LSU's going to kill them.
That's at LSU, right?
Yes, they're going to absolutely kill them. And Michaela Blakes from Vanderbilt is going to score 50.
She did last year.
She's going to score 50. I'm taking the over on her points any day of the week.
Yeah.
She's good. And again, I agree. I actually like Kim. I think Kim has been an excellent recruiter. I think,
I think
it's
the list ends there.
yeah. Well, you could be a good recruiter, but to me, like this brand needs a legendary type women's basketball coach, and she's not it. I don't care if you say, oh, I'll give her one more year. It's going to be the same next year. Probably, like, you're going to have people like the Paldo twins that could go, they're going to transfer. See ya.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's just them. I think it's a lot of these ladies who've come in. You can't just grab 5 stars willy nilly without doing any kind of consideration to how they fit into your system and how they play, how they might play together. And it looks like she did none of that. I mean, I don't know what else to conclude when we've seen what we've seen in the last month. So
Yeah. And again, we have so much talent on that team. It's just, to me, trapping all game and not having an actual dude, nothing pisses me off more than turning their games on and literally it'll be like the last second of the game and they run literally no offensive play. They go, hey, just get so and so the ball,
yeah,
and chuck it up. Like,
give Talasia the ball and hope she can make something happen.
I'm sorry, but she's not that good.
I mean,
she'd be good in a normal offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said. I mean, even before the year even started, I didn't feel very good about it because we had to dismiss one of our best players,
who's on Arizona State now, right?
I'm not sure. I haven't followed her since she got
I gotta look that up.
Dismissed, but and then you progress into the season and the losses against any decent team, really. What is their best win in Kentucky? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
And that took Paldo having a great game that she hasn't really replicated since then. So I don't. It's just depressing to see how far that's fallen, and I don't think it's out of the question for her to get fired. Like at the end of this,
the problem is though, is Danny going to do it? Well, it's his hire.
And I brought this up to people I've talked about it with, is if you really just want football to be good, you probably don't pay a buyout for the women's basketball coach.
True.
You probably just let it ride. I don't know. It's probably not anything crazy, but you probably just let it ride until 2030, which we gave her an extension after last year. Go figure. But yeah, there's going to have to be big time changes for that program to be good under Kim Caldwell, and I just don't see it happening. I think this job was too big for her coming in. I mean, you were in D2 and D3, and then you go to Marshall for 1 year, and now you're at a top 3 women's basketball brand ever. Top 2. I'm a top 2. And, it's just been a disaster. But I don't want to speak too much more about that. We have a number 1 ranked softball team. Karen Winkley came to play this year.
Before, can I just say, I'm kind of wanting to just do what LSU does. Football, baseball, that's it. I don't really give a crap about the basketball team.
Women's basketball too, but they hired Kim Mulkey. I mean, I think that's a commitment there, but that they obviously don't care about basketball at all. At all. But yeah, I mean,
it's hard to go into football and baseball.
Yeah, it's hard to be good at every single sport. I mean, as far as divvying out the money goes, I mean that's just simple math, But like I said, softball, I'm glad they look dominant so far. I think the total score on the season is like 100 something to less than 10.
It's
5.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's 100. I think 115 to 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad at least one of the women's sports right now is good. I mean, they are tremendous. I mean, and obviously,
Dude, they're beating
again,
everybody. They're beating
it
everybody.
yeah, they've beaten good teams too. It's not like they're playing
What is
bad
it?
teams.
Seven ranked teams?
Yeah, I mean, they look unstoppable. I mean, and obviously,
Holy. Hold on. I'm looking at the stat sheet here.
yeah, it's crazy.
Sophia Knight is batting 550 or 543
Yeah.
with 46 at bats and 25 hits.
I think they've thrown multiple no hitters too.
Well, their pitching staff's insane. Like
Yeah.
the fact that Pickens doesn't have to throw every game.
Yeah.
And I know
Yeah.
with softball, like it doesn't really matter because they could throw all day long. But like the fact that she doesn't have to pitch every game is crazy.
Yeah.
And she could be like the ace up your sleeve at the end of a game. Like,
yeah, I mean, you have a lot more options when you have similar pitchers to her. You can throw whoever you want at them. I mean, if somebody's having an off day, okay, let's bring in the other girl who's thrown 3 no hitters this year. It's like, all right. I mean,
Aaron Newer's actually got more wins than Pickens right now.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy for them. I'm not gonna act like I've watched every game. I've been following it, but if they can sustain that, I mean, it would be incredible. I mean, that's very unlikely that they'll sustain this pace, but they're going to be in the mix when the softball tournament comes for sure.
Well, okay, you want to hear a crazy stat? Talk about their pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let me just say first, Aaron Newer has a 0 ERA, 0. She's 6-0.
Yeah.
In 24 innings pitched, has only given up 3 hits. And overall, all 5 of them that have pitched, they have, out of 87 innings pitched, they have only given up 32 hits.
That's
only 32 hits, 116 strikeouts, dude.
Yeah, that's bonkers. And again, it's not against Little Sisters of the Poor either.
Oh, let me look. Let's number 5 Oregon, number 11 Nebraska, number 23 FAU, number 6 UCLA, number 7 Florida State, and then that's it. Okay.
I mean, it's tremendous.
Oh, and Liberty's ranked too.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to watching them, especially if the baseball season goes south. I'll have
It's not going south, Ryan. It's not going south. It's not going south. Tennessee's going to be at UCLA on Friday, and it's going to turn the momentum around. Henry Ford's going to hit a home run. I'm already calling it my shot. Tyler Myatt, another double. Just saying. Tyler Myatt, honestly, shout out Tyler Myatt. I don't know if you would even see this. He does follow me on Twitter, so maybe he would. But I am your biggest fan, bro. I'm telling you, ask Ryan. I called it out. I called it out. I said, you need to have him in the lineup. Just saying.
We talked about it 2 weeks ago. You made it a point to mention Tyler Myatt. And my guy was Blaine Brown. So we were both.
We're the best.
Yeah, I mean.
Here's my thing about Tyler Myatt. The dude hugs the plate. He literally he makes you throw it outside. And if not, he just takes it in the chin and gets on base.
It's perfect.
And dude, his at-bats are just so and I'm not even trying to fanboy here. Like, his at-bats are professional at-bats. Like, everything he looks at, like, he sees the ball so well out of the pitcher's hand. And when he hits the ball, he destroys the ball. Like, I don't think I've seen him hit, more than, 2 soft grounders. Like, dude rips the ball. Same thing with Blaine Brown. Dude smokes the ball. Obviously you're not going to get that from every game. He's not going to hit 3 home runs every weekend. No. But you'll get those weekends where he hits 3 to 4 home runs. Like,
that's a Christian Moore. That's a Christian Moore weekend, a 3 to 4 home run weekend. But I was glad to see Brown hit another home run today. He's back off he's off the snide after that Kent State series. And hopefully it just gives them a little bit of confidence to go out there this weekend and play some good games. But ending tonight, this will probably take a few minutes actually. And I'm not going to pontificate on, the law and precedences and anything that has to do with what happened in court. But bottom line is Joey Aguilar, his career is done at Tennessee. Kind of unexpected for a lot of people. Your first thoughts on that, Jim, whenever you heard the news?
Somewhat relieved, somewhat disappointed because I really thought that they were going to announce that he was getting another year and everyone was going to be like, oh my God, we're going to win the SEC. We're going to like all this. But honestly, I'm ready for this quarterback battle. And I've been seeing a lot of people talk about how it's not really a quarterback battle and George McIntyre's got the experience and he's going to play. I don't think that's the case, dude. I think Faison Brandon is he's gonna be legit. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be this year, but the kid's super athletic. He's bigger than George. He could throw the ball the same, might be a little bit more accurate than George, but I wouldn't mind George the story, the hometown kid. Everyone said, "Oh, Tennessee is only winning 7-8 games. That's it." And then we have this miraculous season. Write a book about it.
To me, whenever I heard it, I was like, all right, that's disappointing, whatever, because the floor just got a lot lower. But I think the ceiling just got higher. I think.
Are you saying for this year or?
I think the ceiling's higher, the floor's lower. I think they have both changed. And I'll tell you why. We know what Joey Aguilar is for the most part. We know he's going to throw 10 interceptions or more. Everybody's seen him play. The unknown, the quarterback battle, the excitement, to me, just got a little bit higher. Now, and it made spring practice a lot more interesting. Just for what we do, I think this was a good thing. Just talking about sports to people on the internet. So I'm excited. I'm not saying we're going to win more games than we would have with Joey. I'm just saying I think that is very, very possible, if not likely, if one of these quarterbacks click. I think the best version of GMAC or Faison is better than what Joey is.
Agreed. But I wanna let's picture it here, right? First weekend, George comes in. We're gonna go with George for now. But whoever comes in throws for 300 against Furman. Easy. Gets a little confidence. They go to Atlanta. They beat Georgia Tech. They beat Georgia Tech by 10, whatever. They whoop Kennesaw State.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth weekend. Texas comes to town. Arch Manning. The Mannings, all of them are there. Eli's there. Peyton's there.
Cooper.
Archie, the grandfather, there. Nealon's rocking.
That's probably College game day if that happens, just because of all the storylines you just laid out.
3-0, bro. 3-0 with Texas coming to town.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the excitement is there. It's just, and I had already come to terms with the fact that Joey was probably not going to be back, so it makes it a lot easier for me. Maybe a lot of people didn't. The only thing annoying about it is you thought the precedent was set with Chambliss, even though it wasn't the exact same scenario. But
that judge needs to be investigated.
Yeah, I mean, but credit to the judge for doing his job here. I mean, I don't want anybody to be mad at the judge. I don't think Joey's lawyer did a very good job, honestly. So, and that's what happened. But
here's my thing about his lawyer. I think his lawyer expected the treatment that the Ole Miss judge gave, and you know what? I'm not happy with Haggerty, but he did his job.
I respect it.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough thing to do, especially being a season ticket holder. You're going to be in the stadium with people going like, "You caused this," You did
if,
this.
if things go south. Hey, turns out he's George McIntyre's great uncle or something.
Ooh,
Could you
that'd
imagine?
be imagine a Uncle G, whatever.
Yeah,
Don't let him play.
yeah, dude. And I'm sure George was rooting for this. I mean,
I don't think so, really, though.
Just as a competitor, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think he was more of a 50-50 guy because it's like the way I've seen it, the way the players talk about Joey is they all love them.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's what George could do with the locker room. Dude, I'm looking at this schedule. And let me just say, if we somehow beat Texas, we might start off the season 6-0.
Let's just go ahead and start the process now of convincing ourselves to 10-2. Let's go
Bama
ahead and
comes to
start.
town, bro. Freshman quarterback too.
Easy
Jim Knowles
win.
defense, bro. Jim Knowles defense. The team's 6-0. That place is gonna be rocking, dude.
Yeah.
That place is gonna be rocking. Now, South Carolina, I'm gonna take that as an L.
Why are we doing this again with South Carolina?
Well, it's not even about them. It's just you get the hype. You're 7-0. It's like, oh my god.
I know.
You choke a game.
I'm not talking about Tennessee even. I think that what you're saying is very possible, just given Tennessee's road game history. But why are we I've seen people predicting South Carolina to go like.
It's because Sellers is back. That's it.
Sellers ain't that good, and Shane Beamer's still there, so nothing's really going to change. I don't think.
Beamer ball, dude.
Yeah, they're going to punt it really good again. But anyway,
the real question I have for you, Ryan, is what game are you not going to? To me,
home game?
I might not miss any, like other than like maybe Furman and Kennesaw State.
I get what you're saying now. 5 home games in the SEC.
You can't miss any.
I mean, there's no way I'm missing any of those. I mean, I might have to take a break with Kennesaw State or Furman, but you know.
Picture this before I'll let you get into what you were going to say. Tennessee's having a good season, and LSU comes to town. You have to win this game.
It's a play-in.
Lane Kiffin, the devil himself, coming to Knoxville. That night game. Oh my God, that place would be absolutely absurd.
Yeah. I mean, everything that's happened this offseason, besides not knowing what the quarterback has done, is pointed to good things next year. It's and now even with the quarterback situation, in my eyes, like we've been talking about, I don't think it's we're doomed because we're going to play a guy that nobody's seen before. I mean, it could be a lot worse shape than having 2 5-stars to pick from. I think GMAC was a 4-star by the time it was all said and done, but at one point, 2 5-stars to pick from. So we could be in a lot worse shape. I mean, I don't know how many people are still in the Staub mob. I don't think he has a chance of getting it. But, you know. Anything else on the Joey Aguilar deal? I mean, I wish – before I hand it to you, I wish nothing but the best for him. I think it was a great example of a Tennessee Volunteer. The only thing I wish he would have done is like set out of the ball game so we could have seen George McIntyre. So it's my only gripe with him, but that was probably more Heupel's decision anyway. So, but yeah, any more thoughts on Joey?
VFL dude played with a tumor in his arm.
Yeah,
and honestly, at this rate, if I knew he wasn't coming back, I would have said the rest of the season you should have just played your young guys.
But yeah, I really wanted to win the Florida game, but
he still could have played. Like he could have played a lot more.
Also, nobody would have been that mad about the bowl game if GMAC played it.
No, you lost anyway.
Yeah. Final thing here tonight. I know everybody knows by now. Obviously, just want to give a quick rest in peace to Wes Rucker. I did not agree with him a lot, but he was one of the best follows on X for Tennessee sports as far as covering every sport, really. And just, prayers to his family. If you haven't donated to the GoFundMe and you have the means, you should do that. Jim, you got anything to say about Wes?
I didn't really know him. I followed him on Twitter, but I didn't really know him. But I know what it's like going through a loss, so I pray for his kids and, the wife, obviously. But it is really awesome to see the volunteer, spirit, and looking at that GoFundMe and going, wow,
Yeah.
it's $250,000 or $750,000. Like, that's really, really awesome to see. And a lot of big time names too donating.
Yeah.
So really awesome. Shout out to Vanderbilt actually for putting him a little memorial in there.
Yeah.
And honestly, the baseball team should keep that the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So that's just,
that would be cool. But yeah, an awful tragedy. Just prayers to his family. But with that being said, thank you to everybody who has watched. We appreciate you on this late night stream. This is probably the latest we've ever done it, Jim.
we're about to go into tomorrow.
Yeah, it's almost tomorrow on the East Coast. But yeah, VIP play. If you're true 1796, you know the deal. Use our code 1796TN. Bet $20. You will receive $10 bonus bets once that bet settles. Jim, you got anything else tonight?
Nope. Just to go Vols. That's it.
Go Vols.